Lesson 32, listing files in a folder. Well, in this lesson, we're going to take a look at some code that will generate a list of all files in a folder. We can specify like only files of a certain type, like JPEG files or XLSX files. This is a beautiful little utility because it basically allows you to take your Windows Explorer output and put it in Excel where you can sort it or delete rows or insert rows or whatever you need to do. The very frustrating thing with this great utility is that the logic to do this in Excel 2003 and all previous versions was removed from Excel 2007. And we were kind of scratching our heads when we saw this. It's like, did they think this was a security threat that would be able to list all the files in a folder? I mean, why did they take it out? And allegedly the explanation from Microsoft is, well, we didn't think anyone was using this. So we never got around to putting it in Excel 2007. Word is it's coming back in Excel 2010. But I really hate that when every version of Excel in all eternity is going to support this one cool feature, but one version, Excel 2007. So we have to look at the different code. Let's get started. In the last lesson, we created a macro that created all of these different department workbooks. They all look very similar. They all have similar structure, one worksheet, and in that one worksheet we have a cost center and description in cell A2. We know that the headings start in A4 and then just a whole bunch of detail rows. Now let's say that we've sent these out to all of the departments. They've all come back and we need to consolidate them all back into a single file. Well, the first thing that we would have to do is get a list of all of those files in the folder. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a brand new folder and I'm going to call it budget. And then I'm going to take all of these files that I got back from the various departments and move them into the budget folder. So we can just, here in Windows Explorer, drag those into the budget folder. Let's go take a look at the budget folder. All right, so I'm interested in this path. When I click up here in Vista, they will actually give me the complete path that I can copy. Control C to copy. All right, good. And I can close Windows Explorer now. I'm going to go take a look at this code in Visual Basic. There are two versions. In Module 1, we have the code that worked in Excel 2003 and all previous versions. You are going to have to customize this code for your computer. In the look in property, you're going to paste the actual path where you want it to look, and then the file name star.xlsx. You can reuse this again and again and again to get a list of all files in any folder. If you wanted all files, then of course it's star.star. If you just wanted the JPEG file, star.jpg, and so on. Basically, it uses the application.file search. We can go through the found files property and it will write these out one row at a time to our workbook. Now in Module 2, this is the code which is much more difficult for Excel 2007. You need to have both modules, the recurse subfolders and the find files 2007. Again, we tried to make it be relatively the same. We have a str directory here, and that's where you paste the folder that you want to look. And then also here customize which file types that you want. And this will go through and list everything. Now let's just try it. We come back here to our workbook. Run this macro, find files 2007, click run, and we get nothing. All right, let's go take a look. We'll go back into macros, find files 2007, edit, file path. Okay, the file path needs to have the path separator at the end. And that should do it for us. Let's try it again. We'll come back here and run that macro, find files 2007, run, and there we go. We have a list. What it does is it puts the complete path and file name in column A, and then it breaks it out into the path in column B and the file name in column C. Depending on what's going on, you might need just the file name, so the macro does all three. In the next lesson, we are going to use the results here in column A, but the macro will do all three. All right, so in this lesson, basically, if you have 2003 or 2007, you are going to take the correct piece of code and put it in a new workbook. You're going to save this in your your My Documents with a great name like macro to list all files in a directory, you will find that you come back and use this macro again and again and again and again. It's an important process in solving the problem in lesson 33, but you are going to find that you end up using this macro repeatedly to get a list of all files in a folder. This is lesson 32. A couple of different macros depending on your version of Excel that'll get you a list of all files in a folder. Thanks for watching.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than live lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.